Hey guys, it's Josh here and welcome back to another video. So today I'll be giving you guys a quick overview of my next custom content add-on, which is the Industrial Loft Addon. This was one of the earlier kits which came out and it's probably one of my most favorite. Also, before we begin, I have some exciting news to share. I now have a creator code, which means you can now support me when you make purchases on the EA app just simply by entering code IllogicalSims. Thank you EA for providing me with a creator code. Anyway, let's just jump right into the overview. We are now in build mode, and like with my previous showcases, the items that you can currently see on screen are the original items that are included in the pack. And in a moment you'll see all of the items that I have created for the Industrial Loft custom content add-on. Here we are with all of the new items included with the add-on. There are a few additional windows and doors which aren't currently visible since I put them onto the second floor because there wasn't quite enough room in this area. I probably should have made this a bit bigger. But yeah, jumping right in, I made a new love seat to complete the sofa set because you know how I am with incomplete sofa sets, and I just made a new dining chair since I included a few dining tables in this add-on, so I figured I might as well transform the stool into a dining chair just so that you have a matching chair to use with the tables. And then over here we have a few variations of the accent table, so this one's just the same table without the wheels. And then this one's just a shorter version, so you can perhaps use it as a coffee table or a TV stand or something along those lines. And then moving on to the large selection of dining tables, we just have the 3-tile version of the 2-tile bar table, so these ones use stools. And then over here we have a new kind of table, which are wall-mounted tables. So you put these up against the walls and then you can just use them as you would a regular table, so you can put chairs up against it, put like computers or whatever you like on top, and your Sims can just use it as normal. The only limitation is that you can only place them against walls, and as a result, it is actually a slightly smaller than a regular table since you can only fit Sims on one side. And then over here we have dining tables made from the coffee table, because I saw this and I'm like, hang on, that's actually a pretty like simple table design, so I just turned it into a bunch of dining tables. So we have just the standard 1, 2, and 3 tile versions, and then the 1, 2, 3 tile version, wall mounted version, which you can place against the walls, and it actually looks pretty nice. And then over here we have another new kind of table, which is the ones, like, I don't know what to call these, but these are the thin tables. So you can place chairs on any side of the table, but since it's thinner, you can't place chairs on like both sides, except maybe like that for some reason. But yeah, you can with move objects, but it will look really weird, trust me. But yeah, it's just smaller, so you can like put them in the corner, or like if you just honestly just want like a more compact table, you now have one. Moving on to the modular shelving system, the original object was a collection of indoor plants on a shelf, and I just converted that into a full modular shelving system. I don't know, was this a bit over the top? Maybe, but I definitely will be using this a lot. But yeah, I separated the plants, separated the clutter, so now you can just sort of build your own shelf system. And yeah, and you can place other objects and TVs and other pieces of clutter on it as you'd expect. But yeah, you can now go crazy and build your own fully customizable modular shelving system. And I think I forgot to mention this earlier, but all the items in this pack share the same swatches as the original object. So yeah, like no need to worry about things matching or not matching, because they will all match because they share the same swatches. And then there's also this single tile shelf, which can be used with the modular shelving system, but it's sort of like pre-cluttered in case you're feeling a little bit lazy and just need a quick little shelf to place somewhere. And then over here we just have a few variations of the dresser that we got, because the original object, I mean, not just this object, but I feel like a lot of dresses and coffee tables and stuff are extremely wide. I don't know how to explain it, but they seem really wide, so I just made a thinner version of that and then a few additional variations. So this one just has a full cabinet, and this one is just the, I guess, the bottom part of the dresser with the drawer and some things placed underneath. And then over here we have a few interesting pieces actually. So this is the original object, a simple end table for your bedroom, but I converted that into 2 accent tables and 2 desks. So now you can have a few more table options. Like, I don't know, I just saw this and was like, hang on, that would make a pretty cool desk. And then I turned it into an accent table as well. So now you have a lot more options. And I think I forgot to add one object, and that is just a smaller version of this Uptown Floof campus grass. So it's just a smaller version, and I just made that so that you can place that into this into the modular shelving system. You can place them on other tables as well, but it's still a little bit big. So I only really made it so that it could fit nicely in here, since when I first made this area, like, oh yeah, that's a little bit too big and it obviously wouldn't snap on top. So I just made a new version just so that you can place it here, and I think it looks pretty cool. And yeah, I think that's it for the stuff down here. Moving on upstairs now, over here we have the original sliding door, the archway and the arched window. And when I saw this door for the first time, I was, well, it's not even a door. You'd think it was a door. I mean, it is a door, but it doesn't function as a door. So I was extremely disappointed because this looked really good, but it's only an archway and you can't like place it outdoors or anything because the door's always open, so you can't really like use it as a regular door. And I was really disappointed, so you know, I just had to go ahead and turn that into an actual functional door. And I just went ahead and as a bonus I just made matching windows, because then it will make it easier to use these doors alongside it. And yeah, I just made a taller version as well in case you want to build a slightly taller version, and I just made it so that it aligns when you use it. When you put the window like 1 unit higher, it'll still match the same height. It's a bit random, but I just made a slightly taller version as well, and a single tile version and a 2 tile wide shorter version. And then lastly we have the vertical ventilation duct set. So these 3 variations account for the 3 different wall heights in the game. And then this last piece, which is normally supposed to be mounted onto the ceiling, is what connects it to the ceiling mounted ventilation duct, which is horizontal. So if we just bring this down here, we should be able to place it. And then I believe this is medium wall height, so I'll bring the middle piece over here and it will connect up seamlessly. And now you can just link it up to the ceiling mounted pieces and begin building your ventilation duct. But yeah, I just thought it would be a cool idea to have like a vertical duct as well, since I often see those in various industrial settings, I suppose. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Industrial Loft add-on. I will include the download link in the description below. Please note that you will need to have the Industrial Loft Kit in order for these custom content items to appear in your game. Apart from that, I just want to take a quick moment to thank you guys for your support in my previous video. I'm actually a bit surprised because I wasn't sure if many of you were going to be interested in a base game add-on, but it seemed like you were. So I am excited to continue expanding on my base game add-on in the future. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye guys!